Hi, babies. How are you, my darlings? I promise I'm gonna try to do more videos, and I'm gonna upload my videos and other cute things that I've seen online. Um, but yeah, I've just been busy, and it's just been a lot going on. But I hope everybody's doing well. I was just, because I'm at work now, right? And like sometimes I'll take a break. Sometimes, because I work, like I say, in corporate America. And sometimes I deal with like real bouts of anxiety. And so sometimes if I go on TikTok and I watch some of the dolls, it reminds me to stay strong and to keep pushing forward, and it gives me motivation, especially if it's a really intelligent doll. Which brings me to this, right? There's a girl, really beautiful, passable doll that she just went live and they were attacking her. They were going so hard because she was so pretty and so passable. And I felt like was trying to tell her, sis, let me on, because I will gather them. Let me on your live and I will gather them. I will let them have it. Okay? But she didn't. I hate to say this about her. She was so pretty and so passable, but that's all she was. She was just dumb in every other area. She didn't know how to really combat all of the phobia, the dollphobia. They were lighting her up. I mean, and the sad part is that the people that were lighting her up weren't even smart. They weren't even average smart. They were like below average. And I was just like, girl, you could have easily ate them up if you picked up a book. I wanted to say that to her. You need to read. Read up on biology. Read up on different things. Don't sit there and just be pretty. A real bad itch is intelligent. She's beautiful. She's passable, but she's intelligent. You can't get over on her. She is already armed with information. She's intelligent. And it was just so painful to watch. And, it was so painful to watch. And, I mean, it was one thing that she said. I was offended because she used a stereotype that is always associated with people of color. She described them by calling them a particular animal. And I didn't like that. But I understood. I didn't understand. I don't understand a lot of these newer girls. It's like, they do more harm than good. They do more harm than good. And this is not to divide any of the dolls. But a lot of these new girls do more harm than good. Excuse me. Because she was sitting there and just taunting the women that were jealous of her. And she just didn't say anything. She didn't have anything of substance to say. She just wanted to go live for whatever reason. I guess she wanted to test her fish. But whatever. It's just like, to my dolls, babies, let me just give you a synopsis of biology in terms of us. And then go back and do your own research. Okay, my babies, I want you to be smart. I want you to arm yourself with intelligence so that you can combat and maybe even correct and help the bigots heal and also become more informed. We all start out female. Every human being starts out female. We convert over. Some of us convert over. Some of us don't convert over. Some of us convert some slightly over. Some of us don't. There are trans women that were born intersex, meaning they have both parts, or both reproductive parts, or they might have a variation of it. Okay? Whether it's actually underneath the skin or even something that has been developed. Some people will actually grow two genitalias or variations of genitalias. And then some people might grow one or have one, and then underneath is the other one that is the opposite sex, right? There are trans women that are born with Klinefelter syndrome. That means you have more than one X chromosome. In really severe cases, there are 2 X chromosomes or 3, right? There are trans women whose SRY gene malfunctioned. The SRY gene, you remember when I said you convert over the SRY gene? Okay, the SRY gene, like I said earlier, when you switch over from female, because we all start out as female, the SRY gene is the gene that activates testosterone, testes, all that, all the Y stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Y as in the Y chromosome stuff. For a lot of us, it malfunctioned. So your body and mind and everything is still growing female, right? There's so many other different things that have happened, that happens with trans women specifically. If for the ones that are actually really born trans, there's so many different medical variations, things that happen. People like to say biology is black and white, and it's really not. If that was the case, you wouldn't see all of the different variations of the human body that we see. Okay? Go back and do your research, because that was painful to watch, and I wanted to shake her, because I'm in the comments defending her, and I'm by myself defending her, and she just was saying some of the dumbest things. Sometimes it's not cute to just be pretty. Be smart, too. I just was like, girl, you're not even prepared. You don't even have the range to have these conversations. They over here attacking you using typical, bigoted talking points. And you're just over there giggling, and just the more she started speaking, the more I started to see that she really hadn't transitioned mentally and spiritually fully, because she still was giving, she was still giving, pre-deciding. She was still giving, how do I say it? I don't want to say it. But y'all know, she wasn't giving woman at all. And she was giving another part of the LGBTs, and she was giving the G's, if you know what I mean. Okay, I just was like, girl, you can't even have this conversation. Why did you even want to come up on here just to, girl, you set us back. I was like, let me on there, because I would read them down, honey. I would get them together. All right, together. They would not have liked me, okay? Baby, it's just too much. But I'm in a conference room just taking a break. As I was talking, I went from my desk to... Anyway, I just walked from my desk. That's why my voice kind of dropped a little. I walked from my desk to the conference room, so now I can kind of really walk back into the conference room. This is where I come when I want to have if I have to have a private call with someone, if someone calls me, or if they text me and I need to get some sort of privacy, I'll come into the conference room. Anyway, that's neither here or there. But, to my dolls, just really please brush up. Be prepared. And the sad part is that these dummies, and these are melanated kangs, dusty melanated kangs, as Cynthia G calls them, that are talking about, that's why we voted for Trump, because we trying to get rid of y'all. And I'm just like, are you that stupid? y'all dumb. Because if you paid attention, if you were paying attention, you vote. First of all, you voted to try to erase point zero. Well, yeah, 0.06% of the population that you don't even like. So you voted against your own best interest for a group of people that's less than 1% of the population that 9 times out of 10 you will never see in your life. Are you serious? When there's so much in Project 2025 that is for you and your family and your family's family, the generations to come. This is why I say that they're not the smartest male species on the face of the earth. They're not smart. Okay? Anyway, which brings me to this. And I want to say this to everybody. Everybody. It is okay to not speak to people who voted for Trump. It is your right. You have every, excuse me, you have every right to distance yourself from these people. You really do. It's not about politics, it's about character. You know, it's like being friends with someone and finding out that they're racist or sexist or their character and their humanity is questionable. You know, it wasn't the fact that you aligned yourself with him and his policies, given everything that he is about, that we've seen over the last 8 years. It speaks volumes. You don't owe anybody your presence, your time, your heart, your energy that you see is morally corrupt. You see has questionable character traits. I don't want anybody in my circle, especially men. Okay? If you can sit back and pay attention, these men are telling you more and more that the reason why they're so anti-trans is because they love us. They just want us back in a closet with them, where it's safe for them. Okay? You have to pay attention. Reading between the lines, you'll be able to understand. These dudes are trifling. They are trifling. Okay? That you would vote. There's so many things in store. You know, he's talking about like a trans ban and all this other stuff and all this other stuff. But think about all the other stuff that he's talking about that's going to affect these kangs. They're going to be more affected in the key in the shade of it all is that they are so stupid that they don't even realize that everything that they have in store, meaning this administration that's coming in, will affect them more than it'll affect the trans women. Because, you know, we've always existed and we've always been okay. Okay? Not for nothing. We probably made more money when we was in a closet with them. Not saying that I want to ever go back into nobody's closet. Okay? Nor do I want my dolls to go back into a closet. But I'm just saying. You know? But at the end of the day, sweetie, they're going to be more affected. And this just goes to show you how they're not really equipped to be leaders. They're not equipped to be a leader. You have to be someone that reads, that understands what you're reading, that understands the context, that understands, that's thinking 3 and 4 steps ahead. They're not leaders. They just like even with the Roe v. Wade thing. They didn't even realize that it was going to affect them also. They just thought women were the only ones going to be affected. It's going to affect them. They don't think. They're just not the smartest. I agree with Cynthia G on that. They're not the smartest creatures on earth. They're actually not smart. Because that whole overturn of Roe v. Wade and taking away the autonomy. But yeah, so Cynthia G was not lying about them. They're not the smartest. Because, yeah, that Roe v. Wade being overturned and all of the bans, that the nationwide bans and federal bans, it's just crazy to me. It's just so crazy to me. That they don't realize that they're going to be affected just as much as the women are, the females are, right? But I'm about to get back to work. At the end of the day, you don't owe nobody. If somebody voted for Trump and you choose not to deal with them, because I promise you, I couldn't lay with a man. Knowing what I know about the people who voted for him and why they voted for him, it's just about controlling people, controlling women, controlling trans women, controlling minorities, controlling the most marginalized and oppressed. And I couldn't sleep with someone. I couldn't be friends. I don't have anything in common with you. You can't go back to being a decent human being and you went inside that voting booth and voted the way you did. You voted against morality, really, when you think about it. And here's another thing, and this is what I'm going to say before I go. Y'all need to stop letting them play in your face talking about, oh, we're trying to save the kids. We're trying to save the kids. We don't want the kids being, having surgeries, which no kids are having SRS surgeries at all. Hell, in order to have an SRS surgery as an adult, you have to go through a whole lot of stuff. So you're not just, your kid is not, your child is not going to school in the morning and coming back a different gender or a different sex. They're not doing that. That's like, people just dumb. They're not paying attention. They're not educated. Okay? But y'all need to stop letting them play in your face talking about the kids. They don't care. Look at who Trump just appointed, even though he just rescinded the appointment. Look who he just appointed as to be his attorney general. A man who is currently in the middle of ethics investigation because of his actual relationships with underage girls. Actual. You know what I mean? SEXUAL. Relationships with underage girls. And this is who he appointed, knowing full well who he is. They don't care. They just want to be able to do the things that they accuse everybody else and not have any repercussions, but they want to put everybody else and criminalize everybody else. Child, it's a mess. It's a mess. Anyway, let me get back. Anyway, I love y'all so much. I really wish I love my baby 100%. That's my baby. That's my girl. I love my baby. Truth teller. I love y'all. I'm trying to reconnect with I think whoever wants to join my page can join my page. I just want to reconnect with the really cool, decent, intelligent, but real cool, normal dolls. Like the dolls that are just cool, that I vibe with, that's not on some other bullshit. I really just want us to connect. We need to form some sort of network just for us, just to help each other. Like today, I was helping. Well, I don't want to go into that, but if you can, we need to be able to give each other information. We need to be able to help each other, love on each other, protect each other, and teach each other. Because there are some girls that just transition to be pretty. And they're just so focused on that they're not picking up books and realizing why they were born the way they were, why they had the feelings that they had. Anyway, I love y'all. I'm going to try to do another video. I know this video is kind of a little all over the place, but I'll do some real juicy videos coming up because, yes, honey, mother has a lot to say. Love y'all. Bye.